been like, what, a year and change of some kind? I don't know. What was like August 30 something 2023 was the last time I existed. So that's cool. It only took a year and maybe a half for me to vanish because a laptop died. Who would have thought? Unfortunately, I lost all of my fish that go behind whenever my game crashes, but that shouldn't happen this time, if I'm lucky. I say if I'm lucky because knowing how I am with the game exploding, on occasion, worries me. In any case, I tried to revise everything because last time, there were some problems, and also I realized, when editing the previous video that got uploaded, my my bitrate was shit. It was really bad. So I'm trying to I tried to fix that by like doubling it. But this time it should be fine. Also, I might sound like terrible if there's a reason for that. If there is, I have a second mic on standby that I'll probably end up using instead. If either the game or me is too quiet, someone let me know. That would be helpful. I don't even remember where we were last time we left off this. It was so long ago. I do have some different mods that weren't here last time. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I built in the bulb zone. So that's where I was before. And I don't remember much past that. I remember I was going to the Grand Reef for something, but I don't remember what I was going for. I figured I needed to go deeper for some reason. I'm gonna have to figure out how this works, or where I'm going with this. Did we explore the islands last time? I swear we did. I swear I explored the islands last time. I could have sworn I did. Oop. But I don't have any of the signals that would be... No. Proposed Degassi habitat. That should be the one. No. Yeah, 250 meters down. Okay, I should have gone there. And I didn't. I'm so smart. Wait, no, but I would have already gone there. You can't see it right now, but I am very confused. The last time that, like, the only thing I remember, because it was so long ago, was that I was apparently very bad at keeping my sea moth alive. I have a reinforced dive suit, apparently. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, apparently I couldn't keep my sea moth alive. So. Oh well, I'm gonna have to make another one. Wait, do I not have it on? Did I bring my prawn suit with me? I think I did. I remember how controls work. Yeah, I did. I think my intent was to go slightly deeper. Still infected, though. Alright, well, hey, if I was on the road to the Grand Reef, I guess that's where we're going, is the Grand Reef, eh? Oh, man, I only have sonar? I only have sonar? I didn't make any other upgrades? I have the energy efficiency and I have sonar. That is wild to me that I didn't make anything else. Normally I would have gotten like the shield generator and stuff. Huh. Okay, I guess if I didn't do that. Man, I scanned so much stuff. Did I never like read any of this? What was I doing? This was all lore. Surely I at least listened to... Yeah, okay. I guess that's the one that went deeper. Well, I say we go try and find them. And I have no idea where exactly... Oh, right! I'm on the Sea Treader's path! The friendly Leviathans that everyone loves because they're cool. There's the Void. The Dead Zone, as they call it. I'm close enough to the Grand Reef. I'm thinking about just...
Calorie intake recommended.
I did not bring enough food and water. I'm just trying to get my bearings. Did I even, like, bring, like, any... Oh my god, all my storage is empty, too. I really brought nothing with me. Okay, sure. We'll go with that. Well, I'm close enough to the thing anyway. I might as well just... Oh, and it's dark. Oh, yes. I forgot one of the things lets me toggle the lights on the prawn suit. Hello. Hi, friend. Have I scanned you yet? Okay, I have. I do need food, though. Whoa. Oh. I don't know how I lost track of it.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Wonder how long it's going to take for Omnislam to show up. Hi, Reginald. Bye, Reginald. You become food because I forgot to pack any. Lamau. Alright. So now we have to go deeper, it looks like. So, I suppose... Let's, go deeper. After all, we're infected with the disease on an alien planet with, like, no hopes of getting home right now because everything else is infected. So it's like, might as well just try to find something that'll help us. Will it work? We have no idea. And the sea treader is pooping. Great. I don't know why the sea treader's path is so much darker than the rest of the area, because you go into the Grand Reef and it's all nice and bright like this. It's not as bad as the blood kelp, in my opinion, though. The blood kelp is genuinely unsettling to me, but I think it is for a lot of people. I don't think it's the worst place to be in, though. I'm just hoping I can keep my prawn suit alive worth a damn, unlike every single sea moth I've ever owned, apparently. Which is weird to me, because normally I don't have troubles keeping the sea moth alive. Normally, the sea moth is the easy one. It's my favorite vehicle, too. I think this means that the only vehicle I haven't destroyed in my entire time playing this game has been a Cyclops. I've never broken a Cyclops. Which is weird, because you'd think the biggest unwieldy... Okay, I'm not going that way. Nope. We're just gonna go the other direction. Don't like that. You would think the biggest, most unwieldy vehicle would be the easiest one to break, but alas, I have not broken it yet. Hate the blood spiders. Yeah, they kind of remind me of the like giant Japanese spider crabs with like the really long legs and stuff. Granted, I don't think the blood crawlers are as annoying as, like, the normal, like, crab creatures, but they are certainly, like, just freaky. I really hope that thing doesn't see me. Do I have a stasis rifle? Oh, thank God. If I didn't have a stasis rifle, I wouldn't know what I would do if that thing came after me, actually. I mean, I could try and evade it, but if things got particularly nasty, I might not have much of a choice. So ideally, I want to go lower. The problem is, I have no idea where I am, and I have a map, and I still am having trouble. It looks like there's a hole in the ground there, though. Maybe I'll go towards that. Yes, Sea Treader, I hear you. Sea Treaders are friends. I think they're probably my favorite, or one of my favorite creatures in this game. Jelly rays are probably my top favorite, but I don't like how I have to go towards the thing. Oh, that's not a hole. That's a taller thing that I'm not exploring the top of because there's a thing swimming up there that I don't want to go towards. Elbow squids. The only thing that comes to mind when you think of that is there's a creature in the actual real-life deep sea that looks like a T-posing squid, and it is kind of freaky. And frankly, kind of unsettling to look at. They're kind of cool, but they're also kind of freaky. Okay, I don't see the ghost, so we're fine. Because I saw a ghost Leviathan just like a second ago, which is not making me feel too good about myself. I feel like my safety is compromised. And I have no idea where I'm going. I heard the warper try and get me. Oh no, wait, this is the right way. That's the one you meant? Yeah. I remember the first time I saw one, it was a little terrifying, admittedly. It feels like a lot of the things that... Ugh, crab squid. Live too far in our oceans are always, unsettling to look at. The jellyfish are cool, though. I like the ones that glow. Oh. I hit something. I assume a fish just banged off the side of my prawn suit. Sorry, fish. Don't like that noise. I don't know what that was. I think that was the warper.
Detecting a titanium mass somewhere in this area. Unable to confirm whether it originated on the Aurora.
A titanium mass. Okay. You want to point me to it? Because I appear to be a little lost. No? You're just going to make me find it? Okay, PDA, I see how it is. Oh, no, wait, it's over here. Okay. I thought I went past it for a second. I don't like that he's there, though. He might see me. Or maybe he won't if I get out and swim on my own. I still have a lot of oxygen, actually. Because I was smart enough on this run to craft a rebreather in the large tanks and stuff. Ow! That does a lot of damage, actually. I don't like that. That is, some sort of drink. Cool. PDA.
Integrating new PDA
I
data.
don't know why that's so loud every time. I thought it was something that got fixed with the bug fix mods. It's not. I also realized the way they constructed this habitat is dumb because in order to go up one level, the Degassis would have had to get out and then go all the way up to this hatch. It's like, why did they not just build a ladder?
New blueprint acquired.
I mean, they built one here, but they didn't build one anywhere else.
Integrating new PDA data.
Excuse me, sir. I kind of need my flashlight. Wait, can I scan you? You're here. My scan popped up for a second. Nothing interesting in here. Ooh. There's that. Stop pulling my ears out.
Integrating new PDA data.
Orange tablet. My favorite. They forgore ladders. I mean, to be fair, I don't build multi-level bases very often,
New
so
blueprint
maybe they just
acquired.
forgot they existed like I do half the time. Egg. Nice of them to give us the alien containment so that I can actually hatch it. I don't know if I have the materials to build it, but I can see.
Integrating new PDA data.
Also, a nice thing now is that I have an actual computer that's worth a damn and not a laptop. Everything actually looks good because my settings are high. That probably makes it better to watch. Alright. It looks like this is where we are here.
Please stop fighting and listen. We're sick.
What?
How? You've been coughing, right? Feeling itchy? Blisters?
Yeah.
The biometrics would have warned us if we were sick.
It's something new. It's not in the database.
Come on, then. What's it gonna do? Turn us inside out? Dissolve us into jelly?
It's an alien bacteria. It's everywhere. Every organism on this planet. It's altering our genetic code.
How are the creatures surviving if they're infected?
I don't know yet.
Want me to cut some of them open for you? Find out what makes them tick?
No.
Just tell me what you need, son. Materials, equipment.
Just... Can I have some quiet? I need some time to think.
You're getting desperate.
Margaret, Maida has boarded the habitat.
What are you so happy about, Maida?
Say, kid, I brought you something.
Is that a Leviathan outside?
Towed it home on the back of the sub.
You killed that thing?
It's still breathing. I was about to finish the job, but I can stay and chat if you'd like. No? Then make yourself useful and pass me that hardened blade.
Are you out of your mind? You brought that thing here? What if it's not as dead as it looks? What if others come?
You prefer it got curious and came of its own accord, or got messed up and dragged here?
When we get off this planet, I am going to drag you through every court in the damn Federation.
Paul hasn't had enough of her.
I have had it with you.
Which pretty much
risking our
describes how they
lives.
interact with
Oh,
each other anyway, so...
The kid can't kill this disease without fish to study. I'm just bringing him home.
But tell her. Tell her I'm right.
You're both wrong. Marguerite, I can't find out how they resist the bacteria if you slaughter them all.
It ain't always they oblige in coming in alive.
He means you're being reckless.
Father, the outcome's no better if we hole up in here and don't go outside. But we have to find a middle way.
There is no compromise. Not while she's on my sea base.
Your sea base?
I'm going outside.
Bart, Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Bart, come in. It's dangerous. Damn it, boy. I know you can hear me.
Chief. Chief, get off the radio and put on your helmet.
What?
Brace!
There wasn't much warning there.
Came out of nowhere. An alien kraken, bigger than a cyclops. Tore a hole clear through the reinforced hull. I barely got my breather in time. I told her. I said others would come. The rupture threw me clear of the habitat, and the monster turned and bore down on me. Just as its tentacles came within reach,
Oh my god.
Maida appeared out of nowhere. She had a sea glide in one hand,
Welcome aboard,
a jagged
Captain.
piece of scrap metal in the other. She meant to butcher that beast or die trying. The last I saw her, she had the metal lodged in its neck as the monster did its best to shake her, contorting off into the darkness. Certain she got her wish, one way or another.
Oh.
Then I thought I saw a light deep below me. I hoped maybe Bart had swum clear. I followed it. Now I wonder whether I saw anything at all. Our oxygen is low. The habitat is gone. I can't see the sky. Something surely has the scent of my blood.
I find it funny, too, that with all of these, we have confirmation that Bart and Paul are dead. And then Margaret just exists somewhere, probably. I mean, she's probably dead, considering she, you know, swam away with a Leviathan, but I guess the only thing left to do is go deeper and get supplies to be able to do so, which means I need to actually keep track of everything I have. Which is a little bothersome. I also don't have any water. I think a warper just tried to get me and missed because I jumped. That's kind of funny. So the idea now is I need a bunch of stuff. Preferably Cyclops upgrades. And I have no idea where that blueprint is, so I have to actually find that. I would have to find the Mark 1. I don't even know where that is. That might be an issue. Is there anything I, like, particularly need from down here right now, though? I mean, I guess a bunch of crystalline sulfur and nickel. It can't be that hard to get. Because, that just means going deeper. So I guess, that's where I'm going. Wow, at least as far as I can go. I don't really know. I don't even know if I have... I don't even have a depth module Mark 1 on this thing. So I've got... Oh, yeah, because you would have to go all the way down here for it. Okay, well, that's where we're going. Into the depths of the planet, I guess. You ever think about how realistically, if Riley was going up and down this fast through water, he probably wouldn't be feeling too good. Considering the whole, like, the bends and all that are a thing that divers have to deal with. But then again, I guess pretty much every game doesn't consider that at any point. Although, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure someone made, like, a mod for Subnautica that actually adds that as a thing. Which, I imagine, probably makes the game way, way harder to actually play. Brine pools. And more rays. Cool. He had the vaccine for the bends. Amoeboid. Big cell. Alright, well, this is the Lost River. I should not go down there just yet. We should first remove... I don't know what's making that noise. I think that's the rays doing that? But I actually have no idea. What's interesting is that when you're this far down, there's actually a lot of... like, just normal early game materials. There's quartz over there. You can find a lot of titanium and copper and gold. Of course, materials for this stage of the game are nickel and crystalline sulfur, but those aren't very hard to find here. Okay, well, nickel is a little annoying to look for, I found out, but sulfur isn't, at least. Usually pretty easy to spot along the bottom of the Lost River. I also find it funny that the prawn suit is just completely cool with being down here, and meanwhile the sea moth just dies if you bring it under this. I thought it was kind of tedious. I mean, I imagine it would be. Having to, like, manage that the whole time feels like it would have been... it would have added, like, a layer of complexity that I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have been willing to deal with. Which I guess makes sense considering, I think, like, makes sense why the place I remember someone trying to re-add it in was like a difficulty mod or something. Who knows, maybe I'll do that at some point. Although, to be honest, I have no idea what I'm going to do next, because, again, it's been like 1.5 years since I last streamed. I can safely say, after going through all of that I did, and finally getting back here, I am never, ever doing a gaming laptop ever again. Good lord. I'm sticking with tower PCs from now on. My god. It's way, way more trouble than it's worth for me. I found out to try and get laptops to work with what I need to do in life. I'm slightly regretting that, considering I plan to move long distance soon, but that's like the only time that it was really going to be a problem was if I was moving. So. Oh well. There's one of the alien pipes over there. Also, giant skeleton. Probably should have mentioned that first. Didn't really think much of it, but it's there. I also need water, and that's a bit of a problem because I don't have anything to get water from. Unless there's, like, fish around here, but... because the water is kind of a problem. This is what I get for not prepping properly. Why did I not think to do all of this prep when I last streamed this? What was going through my mind? If I die of dehydration, that's gonna be hilarious. I am sad to admit it, but I unfortunately did not capture my first, like, death ever in Subnautica because I wasn't streaming at the time. But I died to a very large creature. And it was the first time I ever died in Subnautica. After, like, what is this, like, my 6th playthrough? This one? And it's all because of a warper. Which was kind of funny. I can tell you, I wasn't ready for it at all, though. It kind of scared me when it happened. This is a big skull. Fossil. Million-year-old carnivore. Ah! This is the point where you would hope that something like that doesn't exist anymore, and it looks like it doesn't. How much water? Oh my god, I need to find something to drink, like, really fast. I think I have enough silver. I need nickel and something to drink.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
I know. I just need to find where something to get water from is. I think I'm just gonna have to find a random fish. I see a spinefish. I see multiple spinefish. I have no idea how much water they give. 3. That does not help very much. That delays my death for not long. How about Reginald? 4. That's a little bit better, I guess. Alright, I have to, like, retreat from here and actually go and prepare for things.
Welcome aboard,
Because I'm realizing that I did not prep nearly as much as I probably should have for a trip like this. I think I probably forgot how the flow of everything was going to go, and then... well, that happened. And by that I mean literally everything, including a computer dying. That is something. I think that's like titanium or something. Or that's not titanium, that's probably a metal. I think it's silver. Wait, I'm going deeper than I should. This is not where I want to be. Oh god, I have a map. Why am I not using it? Okay, I want to go out that way. Oh, or get stuck on something, I guess. More sulfur. Fine, I'll take this one. I don't think I need this much, though. I think crystalline sulfur is used in, like, a whole, like, 3 things, maybe. But I don't actually remember everything it's used for. Yeah, I want it to go this way. On my hunt for nickel. And also an exit, preferably. I would actually like a lot of diamonds, but unfortunately it doesn't look like there are very many. I think I see a floating piece of quartz. There you go. I'm gonna need a lot more nickel than I do. Yeah, it's just floating quartz. Funny. Oh man, though, it's been an adventure, let me tell you. I'm like losing my mind. Why didn't I like prepare more for this trip last time? I actually don't know what like my brain was doing the last time I streamed
Take
this.
fluid intake immediately.
I know, I'm trying not to die. I had to take my Cyclops and go all the way across the map because apparently I thought it would be a good idea to build in one of the far corners of the map. Granted, the biome looks cool. So I guess that's why I did it, but clearly it is inconveniencing me right now. I doubt the boomerang gives very much. I feel like if there's anything that gives like a good amount of water, it's probably a bladderfish, maybe. But also, I am actively dying, so I'll take what I can get. There are like gel sacks around here. Those give water, I'm pretty sure. Titanium. Oh, thinking about the fact that I'm gonna have to get the Cyclops through here next time I come here. That might be a wee bit tedious, I'm realizing. Well, I can test my theory. They give 4, so it's not any better than a fish. Cool. I'm sure there's something that gives more water than some of the fish down here, but clearly none of them are really worth going through the effort. Well, I kind of have to go through the effort for it, but I kind of wish there was a more efficient way to get not dehydrated. Prawn suit's fun. I still really wish the sea moth was actually useful lower down, but no, an uncooked one is -4. And the cooked one is 4. So the highest I've seen from a fish is 4. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to. Wait, I can use bladderfish to make water. I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've been in the early game. Surely I would have put a fabricator in my Cyclops, right? Like I wouldn't have just forgotten to do that last time. Surely. Nobody forgets to put a fabricator in their Cyclops. That would just be weird. I feel like I might have forgotten to do that. The more I think about it, the more I'm not going to put it past myself to forget to do something like that. I don't know what a ghost leviathan is. I just grabbed an entire school of fish with the grappling hook on accident. That was kind of goofy looking. Oh, there it is. Hi, buddy. Why can't I, like, move properly? There we go. Why are you swimming the exact direction I was planning to go? Could you not do that, please? That would be very kind of you. Okay, bye.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
I'm trying. There's just a large creature in my way. Can I grab fish with the prawn suit? I feel like if I try to, I'm going to end up accidentally punching them and just instantly killing them. And I'm kind of afraid to, because I don't want to obliterate a fish. Be like that scene of Gordon Ramsay punching a piece of whatever it was, like salmon or something, and it just explodes. Except this time it's with a prawn suit, so the results would probably be more disastrous. I'm already down at 9, I can make it. It's only 200 meters. Or at least assuming I have a fabricator here. Which I'm really hoping I was smart enough to put one in there. They're not that expensive to make. I'll eat a fish though, just in case. Hey, that's plus 10. That's better. Okay, cool. I didn't know if me trying to grab fish would result in them just exploding because I punched them. Did I even customize my vehicles? I'm pretty sure I customized my sea moth, and then it died because an ant eel got stuck in my moon pool. I didn't customize the prawn suit. And I'm looking at it, I don't think I customized my Cyclops.
All systems online.
Okay, I did think to put a fabricator in my Cyclops. We're good. For now.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I just have to... Actually, I can go check how much nickel I have. What should I grab? 6 is okay, I guess. Do I need it for any of the Cyclops upgrades I want? Well, I don't know about depth modules, but... I don't need it for any of that, but... Turn on the lights. Oh yeah, I imagine that the lights being off probably would do that because YouTube doesn't like nighttime scene or dark scenes, does it? Well, I don't need any for that, and I'm almost certain I probably need it for one of these though, because I need the jet upgrade because that needs 2. I probably would want to make. Hang on, do I have more? Where are these tablets? Because I think I need to craft a couple tablets in order to actually beat the game. Ah, that should have enough. I can make 2. It's probably fine.
Engine
Maybe.
powering up.
Alright. All I made was the sonar last time. I didn't make, like, any upgrades. Okay. I suppose I can't use my PDA while I'm there. since I need to go back for supplies, I might as well do that, and then maybe I could enter the Lost River through this side. Because there's an entrance here, too. And it's entirely possible I could go through there. How much time do I got? I got about another hour, 20 minutes. Here, we've got time to do stuff. I'll just go back home and prep, because clearly I didn't think to work this out. I didn't even find, like, the first depth module for the Cyclops, which I don't even know where to find that. I mean, Rex, obviously, but I never, like, actually looked around for the initial one. I don't remember if I have to find the Mark II. I'm pretty sure I don't. I think I just need the mod station for that, though. I pretty much have everything I want, though, so I just have to find that and then figure out what the hell I'm gonna do. Apparently I have a radio message. That's pretty cool. Am I above the Blood Kelp Trench? Damn. Shoot, there's an entrance to the Lost River down there. Although I would probably need to... I don't know if the Cyclops would fit down there is the problem. It's not raining. I did have, since I last played, I installed a mod that adds weather to the game, so occasionally, and by occasionally I mean a lot of the time, it will end up raining and thunderstorming because ocean planet, so... But I actually kind of like it. I think it's fun. Though I will admit the thunder's kind of loud, but this is a thunderstorm. What do you expect? Don't hit the reef back. Looks like everything is holding up very well, which gives me high hopes for streaming the other games that I want to in the future. I don't know about the more intensive ones on the end, but it's probably fine. Won't know till I try. But normally Subnautica gives me a couple issues, but this time it appears to be just doing its best. I mean, that's what I get for using an actual, like, good computer, but... I still have no idea what I'm going to do after this, though. I had a couple of ideas. But... Oh, I shouldn't have gone through the shallows with this. You know, maybe a giant vehicle like this isn't good for the shallows. I'm also hitting a lot of fish. Maybe I'm fine. Barely. Just kind of barely. I think I scraped the ground for a moment. Whoop. Well, I definitely did there. I still have yet to play Below Zero, which I'm pretty sure I've been told to play a lot because I've played through this game like 6 times and for some reason haven't touched Below Zero yet. Maybe I'll do that at some point as well. Just need to time to do it. Where am I right now? Is that the Mushroom Forest? That is the Mushroom Forest, okay. Passing through to go there. I'm not sure how I feel about being this close, but hi, Jelly Rays. Jelly rays are like best for me. So, fun fact about the most recent Subnautica update, which I say most recent, which I guess technically is true, but meant it came out a couple of years ago now. But the Living Large update broke the Cyclops, and I got a mod that fixes it, obviously, but it broke the Cyclops to the point that it couldn't take damage from Leviathans, which was kind of funny. And I'm not quite sure how that happened. My guess is that they changed like the interior like hitboxes and stuff for the Cyclops, but I don't know. Excuse me, Ampiel, don't touch me.
Engine powering down.
Okay. Don't think leaving this on. And I'm assuming my moon pool is empty because, yeah. Last time there was anything in here, it exploded.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And it looks like it's fully charged. So I'm gonna need all of this stuff. Figure it away. And just checking. All the ampiels that are potentially nearby are far enough away that it does not matter. Which is good, because frankly, I don't want to deal with them. Busy at a World of Warcraft rave party. Yeah, that... Diggy, with all respect, that is one of the most diggy things you could have possibly said. Oh. That doesn't look good. Why is that inactive? Did I never build a nuclear reactor? You'd think being 100 meters of water would be enough to bucket Son of Thunder? Yeah. Ah! Yeah, I speak Minecraft. This one says flint and steel. I'm sorry. It's relevant to the current time, okay? I had to at least make one joke about it. I haven't seen the movie, but... I guess I'll stick this in here for now. I need to actually make a nuclear reactor. Oh, I know you're not kidding. You showed me a stream of it. Do I not have it? Wait, do I actually not have the thing for it? Wait. No, surely I would. No, yeah, I do. I just never made it. I don't know why I didn't. It's not that hard to make. And frankly, it would very much benefit me. Oh, I don't have any titanium. That might explain it. I have 2 lead exactly, and I need 3. And I also need an advanced wiring kit, which would require silver or a computer chip, and... Huh. Alright. Time to fire up the bioreactor again and bust out the scanner room. Looks like we're gonna have to take a bit to actually prep this. Oh, you're right, I have... Oh, I'm sustainable because I have the thermal reactor, that's right. I forgot I started out with a thermal reactor. I apologize if the quality is eating shit, because I am in the middle of dark water right now. I am at as much bitrate as I can manage right now. That's all I'll say. I'm as high as I'm going to be able to get with bitrate, so... The only thing I can change quality-wise is for sound quality, but that's... I think I sound fine. I think. Oh, I could have put those in there too. I didn't think about that. Whatever. Alright, you take a bunch of those. Bioreactor's active, which also means I can start generating water again. Or filtering water, I mean. Water generator. It's not flawless, especially because I'm actually running out of power like that, but... Where is my scanner room? Oh, it's over here. Duh, camera beacons. Oh, I had batteries charging and everything. That would also explain a few things. Ah, my maximum range scanner room, because I never use speed upgrades. Okay. Well, I guess we'll start with copper. Do I have the scanner room HUD chip? I do. So I did make that. Where is it right now? There it is. It's over there. Alright, prawn suit. We're going out again. I think darkness just looks bad. That's fair. I mean, it might also just be YouTube's compression. Because the way the video compression handles dark scenes tends to not be very great. You usually end up with... like... You end up with, like, waves and hard separated sections of darkness where you can, like, see, like, a line where it suddenly gets a little darker instead of being a smooth fade, and it just looks terrible. I think that's part of YouTube's, like, video compression, and it just kind of sucks. Hang on, wait a second. Diggy, you actually sent... You actually sent pictures of the, WoW rave party. Incredible, truly. Tom Scott video on this? I remember it, actually. I love Tom Scott. I should really go back and rewatch his stuff. There's a lot of stuff I want to go back and rewatch. Also, did I just see a... Hang on, did I just see a funny-looking plant? Are you scannable? No, you're just here. These kind of remind me of the Zen eyes from Half-Life. The ones that make light, and when you approach them, they just hide because they're shy or something. You know, I'm actually really surprised that everything's working so well. I guess I should have more faith in my hardware than I did when I started because of the initial hardware issues I had. I'll probably get 2 of these. What do I need past this? Probably a lot of titanium. Speaking of which, there was a Cyclops fragment. I can get that for titanium. Actually, how much copper is that? I'll get 2. I usually end up needing a lot of it. Plus, I don't mind looking around the mushroom forest because there are jelly rays and I like them. Oh, man.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh, I'm already... Yeah. I have actual water on me now, though, so at least I can solve that easily.
Vital signs.
Oh, I should build the alien containment. I thought I heard something, but I have no idea what I could have heard. I mean, obviously there was the sound of the reef backs, but it sounded like a fish got hit or something. I have a lot of ideas for what I want to stream still. I do want to do an actually proper Dark Souls 3 playthrough. Playing offline, obviously, because streaming Dark Souls 3 and playing online where people can invade you is usually a combination for disaster. But I'm also debating whether or not I want to do a co-op run with someone. Plus, if I play Dark Souls 3 thing too, then I could also probably do Dark Souls 3 randomizers, which I love randomizers, so... Oh, is that titanium? Or is that lead? No, it's titanium. I'll take it. I think, like, the hardest thing that's probably going to be for me to stream is I got Final Fantasy 16 and I really want to stream that, but I need to work up to that because I don't know how well this is going to work for it. Because I was dealing with driver timeouts when I first got my GPU, but they seem to have subsided, except for when it has to start up after sleep for some reason. Bad drivers, and also Windows MPO existing and being useless. Which I still don't know what that does. Oh, right. I don't have any room in storage.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
There's more titanium there if I need it. So I should have enough to make the plasteel at least. I'm gonna need to figure out where to find the depth module for this, but... I got a lot of copper, oh my god. I'm gonna be set for the rest of the game with this. Ah, Subnautica music. Oh, I love you. Okay. I need to make plasteel, which requires titanium and lithium. Okay, hang on, I have to handle something real quick. Gosh, it is 9 p.m. Come on, you can load. There we go. Ugh, okay. So I need lithium, which I don't have. Okay, and I have another radio message. Where's my radio? No, that was this way. I think.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
Ah.
Destroyed. Mode. Patrol. New targets unaccounted for. 1.
1. I think they're talking about me. Okay, Oh! We're within range of a Reaper. That's cool. Well, I'm gonna need lead, but I'm also going to need lithium, so I guess we'll search for lithium next. It seems like lead, or there aren't any, like, giant, like, chunks of lead that I can use, so... In order to remedy this, I'm going to have to... just go around looking for sandstone, I guess. Pretty sure that's the only other way I can get it. Alright, so I need 2 silver ore. Right, I need to make computer chips. I need gold and table coral sample. Do I at least have gold? Okay. I don't remember if it was 2 or 1. It was 2. I need 2 gold and a wiring kit, which I don't have silver, so... Guess I'm going out for materials again. Right now, I'm kind of just stuck with hunting for materials right now. I'm still just a little shocked I didn't do all this prep last time still. Because I feel like if I would have gone all the way over to the Grand Reef and the Cyclops, I would have thought to do this first, but I didn't think to for some odd reason. I mean, I'm sure there was a reason I forgot, but maybe I didn't intend to stay there for very long. I just thought I was going to go back and do this later, which I guess is what I'm doing now. Goodness, they added the drill arm and all these, though. Could you imagine if you had to get all of this stuff, like, by hand? Going and breaking individual outcrops. That would, take way longer than I'm willing to spend. Okay, so that's done. So I guess I'll just go back in and quickly... massive chunks of ore just strewn about? I don't know. The lithium always confused me too. And the reason I say that is because, and this is probably obvious to someone who understands like chemistry or something like that, but I always understood that lithium just kind of likes to explode when it goes in water. Like it like oxidizes really quickly and just kind of burns. But I was never, like, I never really understood why there were just giant chunks under the water here and it was just fine. New sandstone. I mean, it could just be some feature unique to the planet, though, which explains why there's just giant chunks of ore just chilling about. Oh boy, sandstone. Because I need a lot of lead. And I mean a decent little bit. Luckily, there's silver in this as well, which is nice. And some gold. These caves under my base scare me, though, because I remember in one of my earlier streams, and I do not remember which one, but in one of the earlier ones, I got lost in these caves under my house and almost drowned. And it would have been a disaster. And I think the only reason I went down, because there's a cave system under here. I can't access it from here, but I think the only reason I went down was looking for materials, and then I almost died doing it. Okay, that should be enough lithium. Do I have 2 silver? I do. Okay, this might be enough. So I need 2 silver to make a wiring kit. And then that makes the advanced wiring kit. And then what am I missing for the plasteel? I'm missing 2 lithium, which I have. That's in my prawn suit. So I need to go out and get that real quick. Oh yeah, right, it's still filled with a ton of copper. Whoops. I should probably park this somewhere easier. Whoops. Here, you just stay right here for now. Almost pissed myself when I heard the Reapers. Yeah! I'm not even gonna lie to you, of all the Leviathans, the Reapers are probably one of the scarier ones, and it's because they're small and can sneak up on you. I mean, usually you know when they're coming for you because big noise, but sometimes they miss you or aren't facing you when they use that, and then you just don't hear it. It's not fun. Okay, right. I need plasteel so I can construct this. This base layout is kind of whack. It feels weird coming into like my own base in a game and not understanding where anything is. don't have reactor rods yet. I don't want to replace quite yet. I could have sworn I had uranite, though. Let me see if I've got... reactor rods. Should be in here. There we go. Okay, so I need lead for every one of them. So how much lead is what's going to be probably... Well, actually, I need to have a certain amount of crystals, too. You can't see anything, and also I'm a coward. I can't show you because my sea moth is dead. Right. Alright, well, my personal tip for this, and I know some people hate it, and I never understand why, but all I'm saying is, this sonar... I love it. It's my favorite upgrade in the game. Partially because it just looks cool, but also because this thing is really good at seeing things before they see you. And also seeing in complete darkness because your lights happen to attract leviathans, which is not fun. So, genuinely, I love the sonar so much. It's my favorite upgrade. That's silver, this is lithium. Okay, I'll worry about the thing in a moment. I do need to do that. It was like 100 meters in the air. I don't know how I managed to like destroy like 4 sea moths on this run. But I just don't have one now because I'm at the point in the game where it's not useful. And I still really wish that the sea moth was like useful at this point in the game because it's my favorite vehicle, but unfortunately once you get past a certain point it just stops being useful like at all. So makes me a little bit sad. What was I doing? Oh right, I needed to make reactor rods. How much uranite do I have? Anywhere in here? Did I pick up anywhere? It's considered a gem, I guess. I don't know why I did that. Another questionable decision, but also I need multiples of 3 in order to make this work, and I don't have any. What's the best place to look for this? Well, I can scan for it on my limited energy. Oh, I was kind of hoping that would give me more water. I guess it's the marble melons that do. Alright, out we go. Oh, hey, speaking of water. Those things suck so much power, by the way. Just
Welcome aboard, Captain.
really large amounts of power from those water filtration systems, which I guess is realistic because filtering seawater is ridiculously energy intensive. There's a reason why we don't do it to make drinking water. It's because it just does not worth it. Oh no, is this in the caves below the house? I think it is. I think I'm gonna go for the ones over there, actually. Weird, I never customized my prawn suit. Oh no, this isn't these caves. Can my prawn suit fit in here? Oh my god, I can't. Is this going to be the one time that is this going to be the first time I've ever made the Pathfinder tool in the game? It might be. I mean, or I could say screw it and try it, but I need to be really careful. What? That's like below me. Oh no, it's down here. Okay, so I have 3. How did you get in here? Ow. Oh, he moved. Cool. Okay, please don't get lost. Oh no. I very slightly have no idea where I am. we know? Because I came through this way and I saw him down there and questioned how he got down there. So I came from this direction. Aha! Okay. Didn't get lost this time. Okay, what do I need on top of these to make each reactor rod then? I forgot where it was. Oh, I pinned it. I'm an idiot. I need a titanium, a lead, and a glass each. The glass should be easy enough, though. Pretty sure I have all the stuff I need for that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Use the Sea Glide map. I keep forgetting the Sea Glide map exists. I'm gonna be real, I always, like, accidentally, not accidentally, but I always turn it off because it gets in my way when I'm looking at certain angles, and then just kind of forget it exists. That's probably a bad habit, but... do I have quartz anywhere? Wait, I would. Actually, I only have enough for 2. So I can make 2 reactor rods. That should be enough to sustain me for a bit. And by for a bit, I mean probably the rest of the game, because nuclear reactors are insane at generating power. Which is a true fact for real life, too. They're good. Okay, so that should do it. And then I also have an additional 3 to build the reactor itself. So I need my habitat builder up here, I guess. So just checking, where is the... there it is. Okay, I have everything. So I just need to make the reactor rods. And then once I have actual base power, then I can start moving on to what I wanted to do, which was making upgrades for my prawn suit and my Cyclops. Although I am going to need to try and find something. Oh, I need to go find the depth module, which is a bit of a problem. Because I have no idea where the depth module for that is.
Exercise caution when handling radioactive materials.
Exposure
risks corrupting your PDA's recording of the circumstances of your death.
As you can see, we will never have trouble with power again. The battery recharger fragments? I think I honestly just found them in the wrecks in this area. In, like, all the red grass areas, I'm pretty sure I just kind of found them there. The battery recharger is something that you find pretty early on, or are intended to find really early on, so it would make sense that they were there. Now, if you're looking for the power cell charger, your best bet is probably the Sparse Reef, because although the Sparse Reef looks creepy, it is not dangerous. There aren't things there that want to kill you, so there is some element of safety there. You just have to be able to go down deep enough, which is usually okay. But on the subject of finding things, I need to go out and go find where the thing I'm looking for is. Actually, because that's the last thing I really need. Although I still have 45 minutes. Yeah, I can do this. Let's make an alien containment, actually. I need 5 glass, though. Should be some quartz around. Been a single of either of those, despite having already gone over all of those biomes. The other place I would search would probably be the kelp forest, and then your next best bet are probably the mushroom forest, because again, relative safety. So it is worth looking for early on if you want to find it there. If you do want to, you can go to the more dangerous biomes to try and find stuff, but my personal recommendation is if you're going to do that, make a stasis rifle. If you can find the fragments for it, the stasis rifle is absolutely worth crafting. And I love it to bits. Just suspiciously blind. You might be. Which, to be honest, I am too, so... I've walked right past things I was supposed to find a million times, so... Okay, so... Alfie, I have actually gone to the back of the Aurora. There was a playthrough where I had to do it. Like, physically had to. One time. And the reason for that is because I was missing a Cyclops fragment, and I searched everywhere, and it was nowhere. Lo and behold, behind the Aurora. It was just back there. Don't know why. That was the only one in existence, I guess. Have just like 40 batteries. My god. I can only imagine what that would be like if I wasn't living with one of the... I remember I ended up getting a mod at one point that lets me deconstruct things, which is kind of nice, but I try not to use it because I feel bad for using it. But I feel like if I was in your position, I'd be like, no, I can't. I am not keeping 40 batteries. Wait, where am I going? That's the crash zone. I'm not going there. There's a Reaper right there. I'm not going there. Hang on a minute. That's not good. Glad I caught that. Don't want to go there. What's funny though is I've actually gone on my like I have a save file I'm like quote unquote 100%ing because this game doesn't check like completion percentage, but like I'm trying to like scan everything and do all that. And one of the things I want to do is you can get 40 time capsules to spawn in your world, and I'm trying to get all 40 of my time capsule spawns. And if you haven't been to the back of the Aurora, there's a lot of spawn places for them back there. She likes it. My cat was trying to bother me at the start of the stream right now. She's all the way off. Oh, her ear is twitching. She's off sleeping on my bed right now. My cat is an absolute unit, and I love her. She's such a goofball. I imagine one of these days when I'm streaming, you probably will hear her, because when she wants attention, she tends to be very loud. There was a deconstructor in Below Zero? I hope there is. Actually, I'm pretty sure some of the stuff that I added as mods are just things in Below Zero. For example, I'm pretty sure a map is in Below Zero, so I hear, so. But I don't remember if that actually is, or if I just heard it somewhere and it ended up not being true, but... To be honest, I really like the map mod they use here, because it doesn't show me everything. I have to actually explore stuff, and it gives me different ways of viewing things. Like, I even get a topographic map if I wanted, which is cool. Although, personally, I prefer the biome map. Why was I here? Oh yeah, quartz. My short-term memory is ass. Sorry if me asking why was I here gets annoying after a while. I realize that I have the memory span of a goldfish, which is probably why I'm playing this game where I swim around in the ocean. Are we hyped for Subnautica 2? Yes. Actually, fun fact about Subnautica 2. When I was doing the time capsule search in my like 100% world, I actually got 2 of the promotional time capsules for Subnautica 2. Because for a short time, you can get time capsules here with teaser screenshots from Subnautica 2. And I got 2 of them, and it made me feel really cool. Unfortunately, after they stopped being a thing, they disappeared from my scan log, which bothers me because I really would have liked to keep them around because it's cool, but I thought it was really neat that I managed to get my hands on 2 of them. Okay, am I just like quartz? Normally you can see it everywhere in the grass here. I guess I have a drill arm. I could probably go to the edge of this. Oh, that's all the way over there. Yeah, no, I'm really happy to see Subnautica 2. And by the looks of it, we're going to have just multiplayer as a thing, which... Yes, please. That sounds like fun. I could already imagine bringing friends onto this. It would be interesting to play around with. Oh wait, that goes... Go this way. I always considered actually streaming games as well. I did stream Deep Rock Galactic that one time, which is a game I haven't played in months, so that might actually be a good one to do again. I've also brought up the idea, or like thought of the idea of streaming TF2, but I'm gonna have to turn on the chat filter and let it be pretty strict for that one. Whenever you play online games like that, with like competitive games, there's always the risk of running into special kinds of people. Plus, you know, the things that people put on their objectors. This is fun though, because I actually really like playing TF2 a lot. Even if we aren't getting any content updates, like, for the rest of the game's existence at this rate, I still love it. Valve always knows what's good. This actually reminds me of something interesting. So, recently, I went on my first flight for the first time in my life. The first time I ever flew internationally. And I went from America to Europe. So, I've been told that for, like, your first time traveling, doing that is kind of insane. And I went on my own, too. Like, I didn't have anyone else with me. But I went to the Czech Republic for a little bit. Oh, sorry, buddy. I didn't see you. I went to the Czech Republic for 2 weeks. And I have found out, like, everyone's heard the memes about Russians and Counter-Strike. They're more than just memes, it turns out. It feels like the entirety of Eastern Europe is just really likes Valve games. They're a lot more popular over there. Specifically Half-Life and Counter-Strike, and I do not know why. They just kind of are. And I'm not sure what the correlation is there, but yeah, I'm not complaining because I like Half-Life, so. Yeah, it was really fun. I went and stayed with a friend, and they were really cool. I'm planning to go back soon because I actually want to move. Like, I was planning to move to Europe for a while. And if I'm being entirely honest with you, the Czech Republic is not a bad place to be. It's very pretty, and it's a very, like, nice place. I, got to live there basically for 2 weeks staying there. I gotta say, the place I stayed at in Prague was so nice. The people there was, the place I stayed at was, like, a mix of a restaurant and a hotel. It was called Sklep, and it's just such a nice place, especially for the prices. Like, everyone there was so nice, and the price for, like, per night of staying there, oh my god, it is so cheap for what you get. Like, I don't really know what it's like across the entire US, but I live in the Northeast. And just, if I want to stay in a hotel, like, per night in some of my cities, it's like $100 a night, and that's a lot. For there, it was, like, at least half that. Sometimes almost a third of that. And you would still get, like, really nice-looking places. It was crazy. And going by the Czech government. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt that. Czechia, like, they make a lot of beer. That's like, their thing, or one of their things. In fact, one of their cities, Pilsen, is, one of the places where that happens a lot. I actually flew over Pilsen when I went over. I actually had a really good experience flying, though. It's weird because, like, I'm afraid of heights. Genuinely, it scares me. Now, I don't mind, like, I love roller coasters, for example. They're, like, one of my favorite things. And I also will die on the hill that wooden coasters are better than steel coasters. But anyway, what I'm afraid of is sustained heights. Like, I don't like being held up for a very long time. Like, if I'm, like, on, like, by a railing really high up, and I'm looking over, and I look for too long, I don't like it. Or like if I'm on like a Ferris wheel and it's stopping to let people off and I'm stuck at the top for an extended period of time, and it doesn't feel very good. But oddly, I thought this was going to extend the flying, because you're up at like, and I know you're up at like 30,000 feet like the whole time. And it was genuinely terrifying when I took off. But when I did, my entire perception of like scale and the world was just shattered on the spot. When you first go above the clouds and see what that looks like, it is insane what that does to you. And I was flying with Air Canada, who I have to say were so nice to me. Like, genuinely were really kind, and just in general, like, the service was really nice. I mean, I did have to switch airlines to Lufthansa and Austrian as well, but they were all really nice. But I was very happy to deal with Air Canada, but that was because I had to connect in Toronto and then go to Germany and then to Prague. But like, when I flew over the Great Lakes, I didn't, like, I know they're called the Great Lakes, and I know they're big, but I didn't know they were that big. Like, it's like that sort of stuff where just, I had never seen this before, and I didn't, you don't really know, like, the scale of the world and everything like that until, like, you see it firsthand. And it's really cool, and it, like, completely breaks your perception of everything, and it's awesome. It's just really cool being above the clouds and, like, above the ocean and stuff. Like, you can see the Earth curve from that high up. It's insane! First went to Europe at 13 alone. They were super nice to me. They were pretty nice to me, too. I just really appreciate my first flight that I took. I was waiting in the international airport for my state. Well, one of them. I think there's multiple. And I was waiting in the lounge by my gate, and it was a little bit before my flight was actually boarding. And they called me up to the counter, and I'm sitting here thinking, oh god, what did I do wrong? Like, I was scared of everything. I was lacking sleep because I had to get up at 4 in the morning to make it to the airport on time. And they came up to me, and they saw what I was trying to do with my seat, because I picked a window seat, but importantly, I picked it away from everyone else, because I didn't want to be near other people. That flight wasn't fully booked. I think they saw what I was trying to do, and they told me they changed my seat for me, and they gave me an entire row to myself. At no cost whatsoever, for the record. Words cannot express how grateful I was for that. They were so nice to me. I really, really liked them a lot. I genuinely had a really fun time even just flying, even if on my way there and way back I was up. Well, okay, the way there was worse. The first day I got there, by the time I went to sleep, I had been up for 48 hours maybe. And trying to figure out my way around the Frankfurt airport with that little sleep was great. I ended up running across the entire airport and up and down 6 flights of stairs, but trying to navigate airports during layovers for the first time was a little nerve-wracking, but when I got there, it was so worth it. It was like the best time of my life. And I'm very happy with like all the airport staff and the airlines and everything. They were very nice to me. For someone who was like very nervous about flying and all that, didn't know how it worked, and was doing a trip that big,
Welcome aboard, Captain.
they really helped me out with everything. And it was very nice. Honestly, the scariest part for me ended up being, oh my god, I have to go through border control to get back into America. I've heard horror stories about this, and then they just let me walk in. But that's because I went through a pre-clearance in Toronto, where all they did was check my passport. So because I did that, it was fine. Oh yeah, I need 5 glass. Honestly, I thought I was going to have to, like, worry about something when I went into the Czech Republic. But no, they just let me walk in. Because it turns out when you go into the European Union, I got checked at Frankfurt in Germany and one of my connections. And that was like a checkpoint, so they stamped my passport there, and then when I arrived, they just let me walk out of the airport and go into Prague, which is kind of cool. It's also really weird, too, like, visiting a place like that and just seeing stuff that they take for granted there, but to you is, like, the coolest thing because you don't have it here. Like, I live in the middle of the country. I live in the middle of nowhere. When I got to experience public transport, oh my goodness. I know it's, like, plain and boring to a lot of people because just that's what they deal with, like, every day. Like, that's just going to work for them. To me, that was awesome. They've got trams and trains, and the metro was my favorite. I really liked the metro. It was really fun. Buses are okay. They're a bit bumpier, though, so they were probably my least favorite to have to deal with, but I was such a fan of the metro. It was so cool.
Select carefully which life forms you bring
And it's
on
like,
board.
man, I wish I had
They may
all of
also
this
be
stuff
studying
here.
you.
But no, I live in the middle of nowhere, and even then, public transport in the cities around me aren't very good. Oh, and being able to walk around. It felt like a tourist attraction. Yeah, it really did.
Take immediately.
I even got a souvenir. I got 2 souvenirs of just the postcard for Prague and the one of the fridge magnets I got just has the trams on them because how much I love them.
Vital
I think this trip also awakened in me like a newfound interest in aviation. I started wanting to learn everything about how the planes work and everything like that. And I tell you, learning about like their like safety features and all like the different functions and stuff are really cool. Now granted, my nervous flyer still got the best of me when I was still like choosing my tickets. Like I was like, aha, not touching Boeing at this time of history. No, no, no. But it was pretty cool. I will say though, riding on an Airbus over the Atlantic is a unique experience because every time I have seen planes, I thought it was going to be just like my first flight to Canada where it was just 2 rows of seats, an aisle, and 2 rows of seats. No, 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 no. Airbuses are a completely different beast. You've got 2 rows of seats, an aisle, 4 rows of seats, another aisle, and then another 2 rows of seats, and that's your economy cabin. Good lord. Like, that's crazy. And you look at, like, a plane that's big, and you're like, how the hell does that thing get off the ground? But it does, and it's a very, like, fun experience to actually go through and do. The fragments on top of the Sparse Reef or in the Sparse Reef caves? Yeah, there are plenty of fragments in the Sparse Reef. In fact, I can actually show you. Eventually you end up getting LifePod 19's signal. As you're passing it, there's a wreckage above, like, one of the little things there. So, that is where I ended up getting my moon pool fragments. So if you don't have a moon pool, they can spawn there. So, that would probably be good for you, too. But seats are so spacious, even though there's 8 of them. Oh, yeah. I just wish that on my overnight flight, I actually got up, because I was sat down the whole time for an 8-hour flight. The back of my right thigh has been numb, and it's been like 4 weeks. I went to the doctor about it, and it's nerve compression, but it's kind of like weird that there's like, it's like mostly numb, but not fully in the... So, as I have learned from this, pro tip if you ever fly and you're doing like a long flight over the Atlantic, you should pick an aisle seat if you're doing a long flight like that, unless you really like the window. Because I will admit the views are nice, but being able to get up and just move and stretch whenever you want to without having to step over people is just nice. And sitting down for an entire 8 hours turns out is bad for your leg. So, speaking from experience on that one. But yeah, no, I still think it's like crazy learning like about planes and seeing something that big and like, man, how do you fly? But it's awesome. I love it a lot. I accidentally put my flashlight away. That would explain why there's an empty spot in my hotbar. But I'll find that damn battery and charger station. I'm gonna lose it or I can only mine so much copper. Yeah. Believe me, when I first started playing, I had that problem too. It was annoying. I think when I went to the Aurora, I ended up, like, stealing all of the... Because there's, like, a ton of batteries inside the Aurora. So you can just, like, steal them. Right, I was adding a hatch. My brain is only the most functional. It took me this long to get alien containment. That's how you know we doing good. Alright, we're gonna go hatch this alien egg. You chill in there, goober. Alright, I guess the next thing to do is probably go and find the depth module for the Cyclops, I guess. It's about the only thing left to do before I... Excuse me. Before I can start, making all my upgrades. Okay. So I guess... where does the Cyclops depth module even appear? I am going to look that up because I don't want to spend 30 years looking for it. Oh, thanks, Chrome extension. Too bad you're not uBlock Origin, but that's not allowed anymore. Ah. Ah. Oh, wait. You get a guaranteed one from LifePod 2, which I have the coordinates for. I should have just did that. I didn't even need to look that up. Oh my god. Okay, well, let's go visit a LifePod, guys. I don't care if it's cheating. I don't think it's really cheating, per se, to use a wiki to look stuff up. The only thing with, like, using wikis for stuff is that I don't like being spoiled on things when I do. And sometimes I accidentally do for things. I was playing a game whose name I will not mention because everyone will make fun of me for it, but just know I got roped into playing a gacha game. And I ended up looking at the wiki and accidentally spoiled, like, big, major part of the story for myself while trying to figure out where to get materials, and I was just like, oh, damn it. And now I'm never gonna forget that, because now I acknowledge that, oh, shoot, that's a spoiler, isn't it? And now that's made it a core memory. Go figure, my memory is bad enough. I can't remember what I'm doing 5 minutes ago, but the second it's a spoiler I want to forget, I can't forget it.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Subnautica still have a proper wiki, or is it still on fandom? Let me look, actually. I'm pretty sure it does. Subnautica still has a fandom wiki. It doesn't have a better one. The only, like, wikis I know for games that I play that got moved to proper wikis is I know Minecraft got one, and I know Terraria moved to WikiGG, which is just better. Also, Velcro, you may or may not be correct, and I'm sorry. Probably lost brain cells hearing that. Believe me, I wasn't happy about it either. There is one good thing about me, though, and that is I am resistant as hell to spending money on in-game purchases. I am still free to play on that. And the reason it happened is because of my time with Team Fortress 2, which, if you haven't gathered by looking at my channel, I play a lot of Team Fortress 2. I like it a lot, and Gary's mod. But I used to spend more money on that game than I was willing to admit. And if you didn't know this, you can actually tell Steam to tell you how much money you've spent on a game. And, how much I've spent on TF2 doesn't make me feel too good about myself. What is YouTube doing? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. If the quality drops, let me know, I guess. Apparently something's happening. I dropped 876 frames. Okay. From Phantom Wiki to a proper one. Can't be worse than her. She sends about Rise or criminal. I only got, like, I spent a lot of time grinding to get Risley because I thought, oh, that's a Reaper. What direction am I going in? Oh, shit, I'm going into the mountains and that's full of Reapers on the backside. Okay, we are making a detour. Holy shit. That scared me. I wasn't expecting to just see that. Oh, I just about had a damn heart attack. Okay. At least it didn't yell at me. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I spent a lot of time grinding to get Risley because I did him in the trial run and thought he was fun to play. But when that event came around, you best believe I was getting Farina. Yeah, no, I like, have not spent any money on it, and I'm never going to. Like, the closest you will get for me is if Sucrose gets a skin. Then I might consider. But... got a little too close to the dunes. Yeah. The first time I ever went into the dunes and the PDA told me about it, it was scary. Although I don't think it's as unsettling as when you go over the void. Have I actually gotten that? Data downloads. Do I have the environmental data? I swear you can get... oh, geological data. I didn't go over the crater edge yet. I didn't get that one. Oh, God. If you guys have never heard what that sounds like, I can do it, because I have to go near the crater edge anyway, but... it's a wee bit scary. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. But yeah, no, I haven't spent any money on it, and I don't plan to. Because like I said... after seeing how much I spent on TF2 through checking through Steam, I was like, okay, I'm gonna, like, never spend money on something like that. Because I used to spend a lot of money on Team Fortress 2. Like, I used to do NVM a lot and open crates a lot, and then I saw how much that I spent, and I was just like, okay, I'm not doing that again. And, you know, it's probably a good thing I did that, considering the current state of everything right now, and saving money is turning out to be a good thing. Especially for someone who's trying to immigrate to Europe, which is expensive. Speaking of which, can I complain about that for a second? I don't like how, like, the processes are described for immigrating and stuff like that. Or, like, anything that has legalese in it. It is so annoying. Because some people have trouble understanding that, like myself. And they don't give you... and, like, I can't... like, there's no, like, no one I can call about this and ask specifically, because this is handled through a bunch of different things. But it always bothers me, because I have trouble understanding certain things, and the way they explain it isn't literal enough, so I have to do a lot of interpretation, and I'm like, is this right? Is it wrong? I don't know. And it's like, I know I can't mess it up, because this has legal consequences if I do. And it's just a nightmare. I wish that... like, I get having to have legalese as a thing for things, like, because for the law, and so that lawyers can understand it, and so that there's no confusion in that. But for normal people who don't get it, can we just get, like, a summarized version that makes sense to us? Especially for people with conditions like autism and stuff, where understanding some stuff like that is a little bit more difficult. It would be appreciated for some people. I'm just saying. Hi, Warper. You didn't try and warp me. Oh, hell no. Get stasis rifle. Stab. He's trying to warp back and it's not working. Yeah, no, the Cyclops depth module is just here in the Blood Kelp zone. What the heck?
Acquired. Integrating new data.
Flotation devices failed.
We're flooding. Evacuate.
Wait. I can reconfigure the O2 system to act as a bilge pump.
It's working.
Okay, good news. We're alive and we've stopped sinking.
Bad?
The oxygen's going to run out in 30 minutes and we're 500 meters down.
What do we do?
We'll have to use the remaining juice to send a distress call and build whatever gear we can. Then we find a way to the surface.
Well, you know what happened to them? Oh, hi, Bat. Yeah, no, I hate it. Unless someone do something dumb without it, right? I just wish there were more resources to call when dealing with stuff like this. It would genuinely be really, really useful. I mean, making phone calls is a pain in itself, but it's not nearly as painful as being terrified that you're going to mess something up and then get detained for making an honest mistake. Because it really feels like if you mess something up, then that's what happens. Because they always describe all these penalties, but I really wonder if it's like more lenient like it is. Like, for example, whenever you do taxes, you have to verify, oh, this is correct to the best of my ability, and I understand under the consequence of perjury that it's all right. And perjury is like, if you lie, that's a crime sort of thing. So you would think, oh god, like everyone makes a joke, if you mess up your taxes in America, you go to jail. But in reality, if you make a mistake, they're just going to tell you about it, as long as you're not like clearly trying to like do tax fraud or something. So I hope that like services for immigration are similar when I'm trying to move across the Atlantic, but I don't really know because I've never really interacted with them. The most I've had is dealing with border control in Germany, and let me tell you, German airport security, TSA in America ain't got nothing on that. Holy shit. These countries aren't actually going to do anything serious for honest mistake. Those are reserved for malicious actors. That's fair. That's what I figure. I figure most people assume that you're not trying to be harmful with your intent, first and foremost. Which is a good assumption to make, because most people aren't going to be. And usually when people are going to be, it's a lot more obvious than, oh, I forgot that you need this document to do this thing. So. With the random fragment spawns? Yeah. That could be the case. There is another thing that I can suggest, although it's a little bit more painful, or I guess tedious. Do you have access to a scanner? As in, do you have the ability to build one? And preferably some range upgrades on it. Because there is something you can do that I do sometimes, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. But if it's no other choice, then there's no other choice, but... Wow, concurrent viewers went up to 7. That's crazy. I've got 10 more minutes left in the entire thing, and now... Damn it. I think I'm going to make a case out of this, though, where I want to, like, schedule... Because I think my schedule should be every weekday that isn't a Friday from 8 to 10. I feel like that's a good start to get me back into doing this, and then I can work from there. Because that's when I'm actually not working. Okay, if you have access to a scanner room, something that you can do is you can... If you have a Cyclops, you can, like, make it portable. Yes, you can scan for fragments. It doesn't tell you what fragments they are, but what you can do is you can just build your scanner room in a place, give it all its range upgrades, so you've got 400 meters of range, then swim around for a bit to load the area if you haven't, and just tell it to scan for fragments. If you have the HUD chip, it'll show you where everything is, like, on your actual screen itself. And then you just go around looking at fragments and hoping that's the one you want. If you know the zones that the things spawn in are, like, if you know what zones the things you're looking for spawn in, you can build the scanner room in that zone, preferably around wreckages, and it will show you where the fragments are. Because, yeah, no, the scanner room has an option for fragments. It just doesn't tell you what fragments it is. It's just going to show all fragments around you. It even shows data boxes as well, which is nice. But now that I have all the materials, I can,
Welcome aboard, Captain.
yeah. How long I've known you? Never say about. Wait, I thought I told you about it before. Because I've shared, like, I've uploaded TF2 videos and stuff, and I think I've shared them with you because you also play TF2. I think I've streamed some of my videos to friends over Discord when I started playing. But... oh, hydration, my beloved. I absolutely despise that my gulping comes over the mic. I'm so sorry about that. It happens on Discord too, and every time I'm with people, they make fun of me for it. I don't mean to, but... oh yeah, I guess I can demonstrate the scanner room thing while I'm here, since that'd probably be helpful. Oh, my scanner room... hello? Hey, Jelly Ray, you good? Buddy? Oh. So, I think I have a new pet. Hi, friend. Okay. Guess we have a new pet. Anyway. The scanner room. Yeah, fragments are a thing. So if you scan for them, it'll show where they are. And I always max out my range, but put 1 speed. You can do, like, go up to 500 meters, but 1 speed will save you a little bit of sanity. And then since I have the scanner room HUD chip, it'll show that on my heads-up display once they show up. So, like, there's a fragment up there. And one there. So what I normally do is, on my Cyclops, I keep enough materials on me to build a multi-purpose, or a foundation, a multi-purpose room, a bioreactor, a hatch to enter the base, and a scanner room. And then I have all, like, the upgrades and stuff in there. And then anywhere I am, if I need to find materials, I can just drop a quick temporary base down and just find what I'm looking for. So, I think it's quite a nice thing to always have on you in your Cyclops. And since your Cyclops has some just in case you need to use or get materials at any given point in time. Anyway, since I mentioned her on stream, let me get a picture of my cat, because I mentioned her at one point. You guys want to see an absolute unit? I have a Siamese cat, and she is quite the creature. Oh god, like half the pictures I have of her are me using the half zoom lens and getting really close because it's funny. Okay, most of these are pictures I took while in Prague. Let me go find where my cat is. Katze. There's this one of her chilling on the cat tree. I need to go find one where it's like I got an image of her doing the gremlin sit. Oh, that one's pretty good. Cause she does that sometimes. I mean, we're at like kind of the end of this anyway, so might as well just have a little fun here while we're here. She's a little old, though, so she doesn't, like, have all of her points anymore. Because if you didn't know, as they get older, all of their white fur tends to darken. Oh, cuttlefish egg discovered. We can show that in a moment. Alright, image. Yes, I want to show an image. Look at this creature. Oh my god, it's huge. That's too big. No, that's the wrong thing. Oh, she's a bit. There you go. Look at her sitting politely. Look at this creature I live with. Isn't she glorious? She gets very loud when she wants attention. I'm actually surprised that she... Well, right now she's a lump on the bed, but... Yeah, this is the creature that I deal with. She is a tank. Oh, you think that's bad? Hang on. Look at her lying down. She is a creature. But I love her a lot. She's like 13, 14 years old now. She's been around since I was a kid. I actually had her, like, when I lived in my, like, oldest house. The cat we had at the time was a black cat, and she wandered outside one day, came back pregnant. The father was another black cat, by the way, but they had, like, a white spot on their chest. The kittens of the litter were an orange cat, 2 gray cats, and a Siamese cat. And I am not quite sure how that happened. I'm still confused to this day. I think cat genetics are just weird. Anyway, before I go, let's go say hi to our new friend. As you can see, we have discovered a friend. This is the cuttlefish. We're going to take them. And go out here. Gotcha pond cat. Yeah. That's really what it was. Alright, cuttlefish. This is friend. You can play with them. Honestly, best feature. You can even magic trick. They're so goofy. I love them. What am I gonna name it? That's a good question. What do we name it? Because I didn't really consider it, but yeah, no, we should name the cuttlefish. Right now, they just swim in place. I'm also pretty sure they're invulnerable. So, that's nice. I don't know what to name you. I'm not really good at names. I might write as a hobby, but half the time when I want names, I just go onto a website and then I get names off of that. So... Red 14. Wouldn't that be funny? I like don't want to like be memey, but at the same time I don't know what to call you. I don't know. You know what? What I might do is I might actually put like a vote on like my Discord server with friends or something and see if they have any ideas for it.
Welcome
Because it
aboard,
would be kind of funny
Captain.
to see. The problem is I'm afraid that all of the answers are going to be memes. But I suppose I'll have to see. But in any case, unfortunately it is currently 10 p.m. Oh, I just dropped a bunch of frames there for a second. Whoopsie. I just realized I didn't save the whole time that was happening. Man, could you imagine if I had like a driver timeout or something? Woo! It is currently 10 p.m. And that means I'm going to have to wrap it up here because I have to do a little bit more work before I can go to bed and just do stuff. Although I'm probably not going to go to bed. I'm probably going to go to sleep at 2 in the morning like I usually do. But I have to go wrap up some work. So I think I'm going to try and keep a consistent schedule of just if it's a weekday and it's not, that isn't a Friday, I'll try and go from 8 to 10 just to get back into actually streaming, and then we'll see how well it ends up actually working out for me. But it should work out pretty fine. But yeah. I'll probably do more Subnautica tomorrow, unless people want to see something else. But tomorrow is probably just going to be a bunch of actually gathering materials and all that, but whatever. In any case, I have some work to do. And it's probably also really late for some people, because I realize now it's probably like 1, 2 in the morning for the West Coast, so that's great. So, hopefully everyone has a good night. I'm going to sign off for now, and I'll hopefully be around same time tomorrow from 8 to 10. So, everyone have a good night. It was fun talking to y'all.